Welcome to the meeting room at Global TV Talk Show, a broadcast service of globalbusinessnews.net.
Now, here's your host, Ed Cohen.
Hi, this is Ed Cohen in San Diego, California. Welcome to Global TV Talk Show. This is a news service of globalbusinessnews.net. Go there and check it out. There's a lot of new stuff. Our special guest today is Toronto-based attorney, an inventor, Josh Schachnow. Hello, Josh.
Hey, Ed. Thanks very much for having me on. I appreciate it.
Well, I know you're a real busy guy these days. So tell us about VISTO, VISTO.ai.
Yeah, so VISTO is a free immigration platform. It's a tech company that I co-founded a little bit over a year ago now. And we realized that there were just far too many people interested in immigrating to Canada. And there were far too many of those people who were finding it too difficult or too expensive to go the traditional route, we'll call it, which is either pay a lot of money to a lawyer or try to figure it all out by yourself, right? Without the help of a professional, which can be very confusing, stressful, difficult, timely, et cetera, et cetera. So we built a free platform that basically teaches everybody the basics on their own. So you can get started, you can learn about what it's like living here, you can learn about the basics of the different kind of primary programs that you can come through. And as well, if you do need more help, we have additional paid services that you can access within the portal. They're all, vetted, reliable service providers too, because there's a lot of issues inside Canada and around the world with scamming in this industry. And we want to give people a safe, reliable, and affordable place to go to hopefully, immigrate or start a new life wherever they'd like to go.
So once again, you are an attorney. So does this compete with the established legal profession?
You could say so. You could definitely say so. I mean, I've kind of ceased my traditional practice. I had my own practice for 3 years leading up to VISTO. And to be honest, it was a combination of, I think there's a lot more potential for VISTO to help a lot more people than if I were to just practice traditionally. And secondly, is I got bored of practicing traditionally. I mean, I don't know if you have any experience filling out immigration paperwork,
Nope.
But after you do it 5-10 times, I mean, it's not exactly the most thrilling adventure in the world. So was it the wisest financial decision? I don't know, but this primarily was not a financial decision. It was, we had an idea, we had a big vision, and this was a lot more exciting in my opinion.
So how did you come up with the name VISTO, VISTO?
It's a good question. It's a not great answer. We were throwing ideas around for days, maybe even more than a week. And what I resorted to was, and this is a fun activity that I like to do when thinking of names, especially because I'm not very creative, is look up certain fitting words in other languages. And so I started typing, immigrate, passport, visa, and VISTO means visa in apparently more than one language. So I found it online because apparently VISTO means visa in Galician, which I didn't even really know was a language. Apparently it also means that in Italian from like some of our Italian users have pointed that out to me, and maybe a few other languages. I don't know.
And what does AI mean?
So AI stands for artificial intelligence, traditionally speaking. We have not gotten to that part yet, but our grand vision for VISTO, and we took one big step in that direction this week, which is we launched our newest tech tool. Ultimately, what we want to do is automate as much of the immigration process as possible. And so this past week, we launched our first kind of automation tool called VISTO Qualify. This is a program that will check your eligibility for more than 65 Canadian immigration programs all in one place, basically by filling out a single form. And what we want to do is move even further beyond that and start bringing in elements of AI, machine learning, NLP to help individuals prepare and evaluate their own applications without ever having to talk to a lawyer. So that's kind of the end vision. And that's one of the North Stars that we're kind of moving towards with our technology.
So can I use your service to apply for and get the Century Pass?
What's the Century Pass?
Century fast entry into Canada?
The express entry?
Yeah, express entry.
Express entry, yeah,
Yeah, I'm
okay.
sorry. I thought it
I
was
was like,
Century or something.
no, Express
Anyway,
entry. You caught me off guard because I was like, I think
no,
I
no,
know every program in Canada.
no, the Century. No,
Uh,
no, wait a minute. I think that's a Mexican. I'm sorry.
no problem. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, express entry is the main focus, and for a couple reasons. One of the reasons being permanent residence is very popular, and uh, the immigration quota in Canada was just released for the next 3 years, and it's gone up. So Immigration Canada is hoping to approve more than 400,000 permanent residents per year for the next 3 years, which is a topic that we could discuss. But the other part is that express entry is more complicated than a lot of the traditional. So, you want to apply for a study permit, you apply to a school, you get in, you apply for your study permit. You want to get a work permit, you get a job from a company, the company has to do some things, and then you apply for the work permit. Express entry is a little bit more fragmented in the sense that there's kind of like a few more steps and little bits and pieces and things you have to do. It's a points-based system. So what do you do if your score is low? What I'm trying to say here is it's a little bit more complicated. And so we have the majority of our content is actually on Express Entry because A, it's very popular. It's a very good program, whether you're inside or outside of Canada. And B, there's a lot going on. So we condensed, we summarized, we provided a whole bunch of what I think is pretty clear, pretty well organized information on Express Entry all in one place.
Oh, that's an excellent and succinct explanation of something that sounds really complicated. So the whole idea is to help companies find and keep good talent, right?
Well, our focus actually, Ed, is more on the employees than it is the companies.
Oh,
So
okay.
the other thing that I was noticing while I was practicing and pre-Visto is that the companies who want to sponsor, they hire and pay a lawyer and they sponsor someone, right? There's difficulties, there's companies that still struggle, et cetera, et cetera. But for the most part, if you're a company, if you have enough money, you pay a lawyer and you figure it out. It's not so much the same for individuals, right? Some people are in better circumstances than others financially. Some people can understand the programs better, not than others financially. But we wanted to focus on the programs, at least at the beginning, the programs where individuals did not need to rely on companies to come to Canada. So that's why we focus on Express Entry, does not require a job offer. That's why we have a full guide on the study permit, right? Does not require a job offer. It does require getting into a college or university, but I would argue that that's much easier, especially right now where a lot of schools are struggling during COVID, right? We're talking at the end of November here, 2020, there's a lot of schools that are struggling. So a study permit can be a very interesting option. We talk about the startup visa as well in the portal. So for those who might be tech co-founders, we're branching into some other investor streams as well. Maybe you're an entrepreneur, you want to invest or start a business in order to get your way into the country. So we're actually focusing on less on the employer-based immigration pathways. I do think we're going to start looking at we already are looking at them a little bit closer now. But recruitment is a whole different ballgame, right? It's a different industry that I have some taste of, but it's a bit of a it's a bit of a shift away from our core competency, we'll call it, which is immigration.
Got it. Okay, so once again, you're targeting, use that word loosely, targeting students and skilled workers.
Correct. I would say, yeah, individuals looking to come to Canada. If you're interested in Canada, you're at the very beginning, you're confused where to start, you want to understand the different options. Maybe you want to come study here, maybe you just want to come work here. We'll be able to really put you on the right track.
Yeah. And now a word from our co-sponsors. Our programs wouldn't happen without the wonderful support of our advertisers. Here they are.
Something that's really neat is that the Bridge School partners with various organizations to provide learning for their students. For example, we partner with a major ballet company, and we are able to enroll several of their students into our school. So now not only is the student able to participate in a school and have a seamless transition while they're very active in their ballet career, but now they have other dancers that are with them that are doing some of the same courses. So it's almost becoming a camaraderie where they're taking similar courses, they're working together on their ballet, and really being able to form this great partnership with these organizations to provide a needed service. A lot of times there are student athletes who will spend hours and hours at the gym or at the basketball courts, wherever it is. And if they're attending a traditional school, they're in school from 8 to 3. They get a quick snack, and then they're at the gym for 3 to 4 hours in the evening. Coming to us and having that partnership, they're able to break that up throughout the day. They can have a morning practice, get some schooling in, have an afternoon practice, finish their schooling in the evening. So there's that flexibility. And additionally, if there are tournaments or performances, it's fantastic because if there's a week where they have shows straight through, they can take that week off of learning and then pick back up when they're done. So it offers this great flexibility. And for the program owners of these sports leagues, it is a win-win situation for them because they see this need. They see this need that their students need to make sure that they are obtaining the grades necessary to be successful adults in our country and in other countries. But it provides them an environment where they can be successful at both.
This episode from the meeting room of Global TV Talk Show is brought to you by
The Bridge School, the accredited international online private school of choice, at bridgek12.org.
Porch Light Rental and Destination Services. Reduce your renter lump sum or managed relocation costs. Visit them at porchlightrental.com.
Cube Monk, featuring the world's first smart cube. Track your goods with our advanced GPS system. Welcome to the future of moving and relocation at cubemonk.com.
Primestone Partners, featuring corporate, government, and developer housing solutions, as well as senior-level advisory services. Find them at primestonepartners.com.
And by heirs.com. With our full range of services, we can help design and manage your international relocation. Find us at heirs.com.
Insured Nomads provides protection and peace of mind, with health insurance, travel insurance, group, or tailored insurance for the globally mobile. Visit us at insurednomads.com.
And by International Auto Source. We are the vehicle experts for expats, featuring all major brands of automobiles with flexible solutions and financing. On the web at intlauto.com.
Hi, my name is Christine. I'm a nurse from the Philippines, and I got to know IAS through Worldwide Health Staff Solutions. And I want to thank IAS, especially to Matthew, for helping me get my car stress-free, headache-free. And so I just want to show you the car that I got. So it's a RAV4 XLE 2020.
As an expat moving to the USA, relocating is exciting, but it can also be stressful. Getting a car, truck, or SUV for personal transportation is usually a high priority. That's where International Auto Source comes in. We make getting the vehicle you want for your work assignment or academic program easy, so you're ready to drive when you arrive. Our product specialists have helped over 50,000 expatriates with their personal transportation needs, making us the largest international auto retailer in the world. International Auto Source gives you flexible payment options to buy, lease, or rent a vehicle from the world's leading auto brands, arrange financing on a purchase or lease without a U.S. credit history, social security number, or driving record, get full insurance coverage, and get approved easily through our low-rate factory-backed financing programs. And because we're an authorized distributor of the world's leading automotive brands, our no-haggle prices are competitive, and the buying experience is hassle-free. We'll even guarantee your new vehicle will be ready the day you arrive. With over 20 years of experience in the global community, we are the vehicle experts for expats. We are International Auto Source.
So I've been a tourist in and out of Canada. Well, mainly Vancouver and Toronto, and I found it just easy and comfortable and dynamic.
I mean, it's a great country. I'm biased, right? I'm born and raised here. It's all I really know. I've been to plenty of other countries, but I've never lived there for extended periods of time. I've only ever I'm born and raised in Ottawa, which is a great city. I'm now based out of Toronto, which is a great city for different reasons. And I spent 3 years at law school in London, Ontario, which is a great city. It's a very good university town, I would say, especially. But I've only ever lived in Ontario, right? I've been to Vancouver. I haven't been out east that much. I've been to Quebec a whole bunch. It's a great country. They're really great people here, right? You hear the stereotypes, but you also hear the stereotypes confirmed that Canadians are very friendly. It's a great place to live. I hear this from Visto users. I hear this from clients who immigrate into Canada, and they're like, I knew Canadians were friendly. I didn't think they would actually be that friendly. And then people land and they're like surprised that people will talk to them on the street and help them and, et cetera, et cetera. Now that's pre-COVID. It might be a little different now that, people might look at you weird if you try to look for help on the street with masks on and stuff, but very, very friendly people, great country, good education, great healthcare, weather, depends on where you're living, but only for part of the year. So you throw on a good jacket and you're good to go.
Yeah, warm gloves too.
Exactly.
So, yeah, right. Okay, well, this has been really interesting. So you're going to make this available to other attorneys, though, aren't you?
Well, that's a good question, Ed. It's something we've been thinking about a lot and something that we want to do. We're taking it a step at a time, right? So we just launched VISTO. So the portal anyone can sign up for free, right? It's a little bit more aimed at individuals who want to come here, and it's a great learning resource. VISTO Qualify is really a tool that I think could help professionals as well, because you could quite simply enter your client's information into Qualify, and it can check things like all of their PNP qualifications in one place. And I don't really know an immigration lawyer who knows all the PNP eligibility off the top of their head. Just what is
PNP?
Yeah, so a PNP stands for Provincial Nominee Program. The way it works in Canada, we were just talking about express entry, right? So this is the permanent residence program and it's points based. What Canada did was they allowed provinces to nominate people for PR who may not have had a high enough score or may not have been able to get PR some other way. And so these are all run by the provinces, and each province has multiple streams within their PNP program, right? So Ontario, for example, has they have 5 streams are open right now. There's an entrepreneur stream. There's what's called the human capital priority stream. Ontario has 5, BC has a whole bunch. Each province has multiple. So what this means is there's more than 60 PNP programs. And how are you supposed to keep up with and know the eligibility of 60 PNP programs off the top of your head? The answer is I mean, you'd have to be like, you'd have to have a photogenic memory or something to be able to do that. And so our calculator, Visto Qualify, will check someone's eligibility for all of them in one place, as well as other things. It will calculate their express entry score. It will tell you opportunities on where you can raise your score based off of what your answers were. It will tell you work permit and study permit opportunities. So this is something I think that could be very valuable to lawyers, because they could have a consultation or even just send it to their client and say, hey, fill this out, and it helps them better prepare a plan for their clients. So we'll probably get there. We've been thinking a lot about the kind of B2B side, working with other immigration professionals. First, we wanted to get it out to the world. Primarily, we built it to help individuals who are feeling lost. They don't know where to start. And instead of paying hundreds of dollars to a lawyer for a consultation, you can right now for the launch, our promo price is $19 Canadian. So for $19 Canadian, you'll get recommendations that are probably better than most consultations that you would get in person, just because of the algorithm in the back end that can check way more eligibilities than any person's brain could in a 30-minute consultation.
Interesting. So you must be familiar with the company or the book resource called LegalZoom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I've heard of them before.
Yeah. So, when I first learned about what you're doing, I thought, well, boy, this is perfect setup. It's similar, only really, really narrow focus and goes deep. So yeah. I wish you well. And I think this is like a genius kind of a thing. And I look forward to helping to promote this for you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, LegalZoom has been incredible. I think they're more kind of corporate focused.
Yeah.
And we're taking a very similar approach, but immigration, right? Let's leverage technology to make the automatable, the repeatable, the boring stuff. Let's let technology take care of that, which means we can also bring the cost down, right? Charge people less, help more people and charge each of those people less, and use technology to make the whole process a little bit easier on everybody.
So your site, VISTO.ai, VISTO.ai, and people can get all the information they want right there.
You can get whatever you want there. You can sign up for free. If you don't want to sign up for free, you can check out our blog. We have a very, very extensive blog with a whole bunch of really good articles on all the different programs I talked about, how much it costs to study, to express entry, all that kind of stuff. We have some good social media accounts. I'm most proud of our TikTok account. I post 60-second videos answering common questions and comments that I get on the videos. So check them all out. I go live on Instagram multiple times a week. I go live every Sunday in our private Facebook group, which you can join if you sign up on the website for free. So if you need immigration help, you can certainly find it in a variety of ways. Just check us out at VISTO.ai.
Great. I'm making all these notes here about Instagram and TikTok. And wish you well. Thanks for being our guest on Global TV Talk Show.
Thanks very much for having me, Ed. I really appreciate it.
Right. Thank you. Bye-bye now.
Thank you for joining us in the meeting room at Global TV Talk Show.
Have a wonderful day, and stay safe.